I'm more disappointed than anything because you're hurling me up for, I say, childish reasons.
Imagine government red tape so long that it stretches around the length of Bermuda. That's how experienced taxi operator Lloyd Jacobs characterizes the ordeal he claims two examiners at the Transport Control Department have put him through in his quest to obtain his driver instructor's license. Get this, he alleges to have initially applied for the license in late 2013 with the goal of starting his own driving lessons business.
I applied for my driving instructor's license. Done the written test, was successful there. From there, we go to the driving exam. To get to the driving exam, you have to go with a driving instructor. I went with my driving instructor. He taught me exactly what I need to know once I go on this exam.
His first driving exam with the TCD examiner came 4 months later in early 2014, following, he says, his repeated phone calls to make the appointment.
Once we get on our first exam, our first drive, we're driving, we go along, we get back to TCD. One problem. What's the problem? You use the handbrake too much.
Despite what he describes as nitpicking by the examiner, he claims at the end of the exam he was not given a fail or pass grade.
Did he fail you at that point?
No. We'll call you in a couple of days. So, no call, I'm calling and calling.
After setting up another appointment with the examiner, Mr. Jacobs says he received similar feedback.
Oh, you had a problem. What's the problem now? Your thumbs weren't on the steering wheel correctly.
Still, without a yes or no answer, Mr. Jacobs says he made his third appointment for an examination, only to be told this time,
we go back again, it's another problem. Your back wearing up against his seat. I said, where all this is coming from? Because everything I'm doing in this vehicle is what my teacher taught me. We go out Spanish Point. When we get released Spanish Point, I would like for you to go down Bernard's Park. When we get down Bernard's Park, he's asking me to do a figure eight. I don't know how to do no figure eight. My teacher never told me nothing about no figure eight. When we get back, I said, well, I can't show you how to do a figure eight because I wasn't taught that. Oh, don't worry about it. We are just playing with you anyway. This is the examiner.
Playing with you?
This is his words. Don't worry about it. We are just playing with you anyway.
Despite that exam, still, he alleges, the examiner declined to give him a pass or fail mark.
2-3 days later, they call. Oh, everything was fine, but when we got around the curve, it was just one issue. This was the senior examiner, so he calls himself. I said, what's the problem now? Well, when we was around the curve, you done everything correct. You pulled the handbrake up, you put the car in neutral, you had your hands on your steering wheel, but you didn't have your foot on the pedal.
Despite letters of complaint to Transport Minister Sean Crockwell and other TCD officials, Mr. Jacobs says he still has yet to hear a reply on finally obtaining his driver's instructor license. Tari Trott reporting for ZBM News 9.